Hello and welcome back to The Witcher. I'm Chance, also known as Ross. In the last episode, we finally did the main quest a bit, and we are going to continue doing the main quest for until we get to Chapter 3, I believe. If not in this session, next session, definitely. What were we running to last time? We were going to go get the corpse and the tools and knowledge to, what are they called, perform an autopsy, which you might understand, it's like, autopsies, which, I mean, you know, fantasy games don't normally do autopsies. You'll start to realize that a lot of things in The Witcher have modern style of things in it.
You ever do autopsies?
What for? Punctured stomachs mean gang warfare, torn off heads mean beasts, and black tongues mean poison. The first case, we pressure ram's meat. The second, we pass on to the Order or a Witcher. The third, we go to the victim's wife, the culprit 90% of the time. Autopsies are a waste of time.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, Witcher series is excellent. But there's a lot of things you wouldn't expect to hear. Like, there's dentists, which you wouldn't expect a medieval thing to ever have, because, you know, they get yellow teeth, right? What the hell do they need a dentist for?
So what'll it be? We doing some ploughing business?
I don't know, it's a nice change, because they have the modern twist to things, which gives it more of an interesting look on the old medieval times. I think there's another thing that they talk about, like particular kinds of alchemy that they talk about don't seem like a medieval era thing, but they do. I don't know, it just happens every now and then where it's like, is that medieval or nah? But whatever, it's neither here or there. We finished Mass Effect, so
Get him. Wow.
Before you...
so I finished Mass Effect, so Witcher is going to be like my main focus. I've actually started reading the second book in the Blood of Elves series, which there are 8 books in. I did not know that. I didn't know there was 8 books. I thought there was only 5, but there's apparently 8. And also, there's a lot of things that like just keep popping up that I wasn't expecting to pop up in the book. Like, there's characters in this game, this particular game, that pop up that are in the books, but I wasn't expecting them to be in the books. Like, I thought they were original characters. Like, there's Yavin. Yavin's actually in the books, which never came up until the technical 4th book in the entirety of it, because there's 2 books that are not a part of the Blood of Elves series. They're The Tales of the Witcher and The Last Wish, which are 2 basically collection of Witcher stories that are prequels. That is a prequel to the Blood of Elves series, but they're basically just random short stories that he made. The first being the one you see at the intro of The Witcher. So yeah, that's like a
playing that.
interesting twist, because they talked about another elven character that appears later in the game, like the 4th chapter of this game. Yeah, they talk about her in the books, but they don't talk about Yavin, and Yavin finally popped up in the books in the 4th edition of the book. Which is interesting, because like Yavin is
what do you need?
The big elven part of this this particular
You seem to know a lot about the deaths in the city. Ever help with investigations?
Sometimes I inform Raymond about the more interesting dead men.
Maybe you can tell me too.
No, I promise to keep quiet.
I see.
What do you need?
How many dwarven spirit I have, family?
Kidding? What do you...
Can you
Could
handle
you
it?
For a bottle of dwarf...
I got one exactly here.
Nothing like a good drink.
About the prisoner
Where you want...
at the hospital.
It'll be there by...
Farewell.
So, what ends up happening is you think Yavin, since he's like the major elven character in this game, would be more introduced in the books. He may be in the other, 6 books that I haven't read, but the fact that he was only introduced in the 4th book, the 4th chronological book, made me kind of be confused that he wasn't introduced sooner. Since I always, if a character isn't introduced right away, which Zoltan hasn't been introduced, a couple other characters like haven't been introduced, but that are important to the entirety of this game series, were introduced later. I don't know. It's just like a big universe. They just attempted to put everything into it. And now that I'm reading the books, it makes me realize, wow, they are gradually putting everything into it. Like, there's characters like, I'm pretty Siegfried is a unique character. Like, he just was created for this game. He pops up in the 2nd game, but that's it. After that, he's not anything to do with this game. And I'm kind of surprised how much they focused on Temeria in the game series, considering like Geralt gets around, like he gets around, and for the fact that like he travels all over the Northern Realms in the books, and in this game series it focuses only on one kingdom of the Northern Realms. It kind of makes you wonder why? Maybe they thought it was the more interesting one, or maybe it's just because like the first story takes place in Temeria, or maybe in the further in the further books it focuses more on Temeria that I know of. But it seems more of like the 2nd book of the Blood of Elves, the Time of Contempt, is like as if they use that and the prequel books as their kind of like Witcher Bible for when they created this game. There's a lot of characters from Time of Contempt are in this game, more so
We'll all die.
than anything else.
Ready for the autopsy?
I don't know, it's just
Let's
some
get
ramblings.
We'll begin in a minute. Race, human. Gender, male. Wounds, extensive.
Shani, this isn't a lecture hall.
Whatever you say. He died yesterday, torn to pieces.
The bone marrow has been sucked out. Must be scavengers.
Very likely. Plenty around the cemetery.
So, he was torn to pieces after he died. I'm interested in the cause of death.
I also see some stab wounds. A blade 2 fingers wide.
Something's wrong. His head's in an unnatural position, his hands twisted.
The wounds can't explain that.
Some kind of fit?
No indication of other symptoms.
Poison, maybe. But then why would someone stab him?
We'll find out. Let's check his internal organs.
I think I might have screwed up because I didn't read this book. There we go.
He wasn't killed with a weapon. What next?
Check the liver.
Completely cirrhotic. A strong poison affected the nervous system. Practically unavailable.
For an alchemist?
A gifted alchemist could obtain it.
I need proof.
Alchemical poisons cause certain changes.
Like,
Look, the tongue was crudely extracted, but not all the blackened tissue was removed.
Blackened.
Yes, the poison caused necrosis of the tongue, so the murderer removed it.
So we're certain a gifted alchemist is the murderer.
A gifted alchemist who's a crappy surgeon.
Kalkstein. He wanted to implicate the bandits, but he failed to foresee a professional autopsy. Thanks, Shani. That's the evidence I needed.
Wait.
Good. I'm exhausted.
No!
I need to bathe.
Damn
See you,
it!
Geralt.
I fucked up. So basically, because I didn't read this book, like this book in particular, I didn't get the correct path. So essentially, this guy died because of Zercanian bugs in the nose that muddled his brain. But because I didn't correctly autopsies him, we assume that the poison was done another way. However, there is a workaround, kinda. But then again, I'm not kinda upset at that because that means I get to do more for this quest. I won't tell you who is the person that we're trying to find, but there is some suspicious characters everywhere. There's Kalkstein. I mean, clearly a poison master did that. But there's also some other hints at other things going around, and I kind of messed up too, that I was actually supposed to swim. That's whatever. Keep getting like random burps. Don't really like it, but it's whatever. I'm gonna go to Shani's house because I messed up. And I thought that there was a character somewhere else and he wasn't there, so I'm just gonna head over here. Hello.
Hello.
Wait, do I have all the... No, I don't. Wait, I do. None of the items are appearing. I might have done that already. Or, oh. What you gonna say? Hello, precious scopes. There's, yeah. Hello, Shani.
Yes?
You need any help?
I'd like to ask a favor.
I'm listening.
Remember Dandelion? Well, we're trying to organize a gathering.
A gathering?
To reminisce, have a few drinks. However,
Lacking the drinks?
you guessed it, and I don't want to serve just anything.
What do you need?
Cherry vodka for Dandelion, rosé wine for me, and something for you.
I'll try.
Do I have cherry vodka? I don't think I do. I have rosé, and I have the Toussaint Red, which is what I... But I don't have cherry vodka. Damn. I don't know who I want to bring to this party. I am just gonna... Oh shit. You know, I'm just gonna be neutral this playthrough. And be the true Geralt, who is always neutral in all the interaction. Yeah, Geralt is neutral to hell. Like, in the books, every time somebody asks him whose side you on, he's just like, nobody's side. And whenever somebody forces him to choose a side, he doesn't choose a side. Which is... it's pretty hilarious, because, like, it happens a lot, where it's like, choose a side, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm like, what? No, you have to choose a side. It's like, nah, I'm just gonna leave. And then he just leaves. Ooh, there's a cat here. Never noticed that before.
Made up your mind?
Yep. Cherry. I assume that's it. Grab the rest too. For some good old potions. kind of in like a bit of a spot where I haven't been able to record or upload, which kind of sucks because like that means that essentially 2 days were without upload, and it makes me feel bad because I didn't get to upload. And that means people are gonna be like, Chance, you're an asshole, you didn't upload anything. And I'm like, but I have a life and I have stuff to do. People are gonna be like, I don't care. You're a dick. And then I just cry. True story.
Hello, precious. Do go upstairs.
Yeah, if you give her
Oh,
vodka
you're
or like a
getting
gift,
old, Granny.
she'll just let you come through however, when, where, whenever you want. It's pretty nice.
Yes?
Yeah.
I brought some liquor.
Splendid. Bring a friend.
See you at the party.
I'll go get the jolt and shit. Yeah, so you have an option of the 3 air quote faction leaders. Zoltan is not a faction leader, but he is still somebody you can invite. And then there's Yavin and Siegfried. Although, as I said, they're not technically faction leaders. And also, I don't know where Zoltan actually hangs his hat. I thought it was in Vivaldi's house, but apparently it's not. So, gonna go. To Raymond's Bandit's house. Yeah, so if you choose Siegfried, it's basically like, oh, I like the order. If you choose Raven, you essentially just choose the elves or the Squirtle, and then if you choose Zoltan, it's just basically like, I don't care. I'm neutral. But actually, I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter who you invite to the party in the long run. Because no matter what, it all depends on
I need to save more.
on a particular quest. Like
Will you
Siegfried?
the essentially particular quest is like, who is my friend, definitively. Which is like, there's always those quests in games where it's like, you could choose sides until this one point, and after this one point, you actually have to choose who you side with. Which is hilarious in this game, because in this game, if you don't choose any sides, you just fight both sides. Which is a little concerning, because that means you essentially kill more people being neutral than actually picking a side. Because if you pick a side, the side you pick has less casualties, while the other side has more casualties. But if you pick neutral, both sides lose lots and lots of men due to the fact that Geralt is sword mixed swordy sword. Just chops up the enemies. And there's our good old friend Jolt and Shib.
Yes?
care to drop in on Shani's party?
At our place?
Yeah. See you there.
Bring alcohol.
Farewell.
I invited Zoltan to the party, I should go there.
Shit in my...
Is it there? Is like now? Yeah, it says just go there, so I assume they're there. I've actually never seen the Yavin, never seen Yavin's path to the whole thing.